Hello, English 102 online students. So I just finished reading your posts about Barbie doll. Whew, that's a serious poem, and your posts were serious stuff. Yeah, suffice it to say, you got it. I don't know as I have a whole lot to add to what you guys wrote. So I just want to affirm, you got it. It's about objectifying girls who turn into objectified teenagers, highly self-conscious, and focusing on their perceived, programmed inadequacies. It's really it's a brutal poem, and I think you guys understood it very, very well. I'm sorry to say, I wish that I had to explain this poem to you. I wish that you read this poem and had no idea what it was about, but you don't. You all got it just like that. I do want to go through it though and point out some poetry things, poetic elements, poetry things, yeah, I'm an English professor. Some poetic elements of the poem, and I want to start to talk a little bit more about the best ways to approach a poem. We've talked about that a little bit already. So the title Barbie doll, boom, right? Everybody in the United States of America, unless they've lived under a rock, knows Barbie. Barbie has been around for more than 50 years, and weird story. I was out bike riding on the rail trail near me the other day, and I went past one of the nice historical panels that were put up to talk about the history of the trail, and there was a naked Barbie doll hanging from the historical panel. What was that all about? So she's still everywhere even after more than 50 years. Barbie doll. The girl child was born as usual. Okay, girl child. As usual, right? Normal. And presented dolls that did pee-pee, and miniature GE stoves and irons and wee lipsticks the color of cherry candy. We all program children with the gifts we give them. We program children with the gifts that we give them. And when you give a girl a GE stove, an iron, and a doll that goes pee-pee, you're saying this is what women do. Women change diapers, women cook, and women iron. Now those are all fine things to do, but give a kid a choice, right? Don't program a kid. And then of course, wee lipsticks the color of cherry candy. Right off the bat, you've got to convince the kid there is something wrong with you. Your lips are not the right color. Here, cover them over, right? Makeup companies' first goal is to make you feel inadequate. Therefore, you need this product to become adequate, right? So you first must be convinced that you are inadequate. So, hey, take this, and then you'll be, ooh, beautiful. Then the magic of puberty, a classmate said. So, right, we all go through it. And then instead of accentuating any good things about her, the first thing is, some classmate says you have a great big nose and fat legs. The two things about her that don't conform to a Barbie doll ideal teenage girl image. Notice I didn't say the two things wrong with her. There's nothing wrong with that, right? The two things that don't fit this pre-programmed Barbie doll image that has been put into our heads. She was healthy, tested intelligent, possessed strong arms and back, abundant sexual drive, manual dexterity, good with her hands. These are all great qualities, right? Healthy, intelligent, strong, good with her hands. These are the things that should be valued. These are the things that should be accentuated. How many times, people, how many times have you or you heard someone say to a little girl, oh, isn't she cute? Oh, she's so pretty, right? And it happens from age 3 right up through adulthood. Stop it. Don't ever tell a little girl she's pretty again. You know why? Because everybody else is. I never say it. I never will. I always say, oh, you're fast. You run fast. You're smart. Boy, you're a funny kid. Well, you have a good sense of humor. Don't ever tell a girl she's beautiful or pretty, because you know what? Everybody else, that's what they're focusing on. And when we get praise for something, that's what we go with. When we get praise for something, that's what we go, oh, wow, this is what I'm valued for. I need to do even better at that, so I'll be even more valued. She was advised to play coy. Coy is kind of like playing hard to get, right? Shy. Exhorted, told to come on hearty. The mixed messages that girls get. Oh, no, don't play. Be shy, play hard to get. Or, hey, don't be afraid, go after that person. Exercise, diet, smile, and wheedle. Wheedle is to influence or entice by soft words, right? Manipulate. Her good nature wore out like a fan belt. Cars used to have these things called fan belts. They turned a fan that cooled the engine. Cars don't have fan belts anymore. And when a fan belt would break, it snapped. Nobody saw it coming. It just snapped. And she snaps. She cut off her nose and her legs and offered them up like a human sacrifice to the cult of beauty. In the casket, displayed on satin, she lay with the Undertaker's cosmetics painted on. Ooh, beautiful. Turned up putty nose. She finally got that perfect nose. And you know what? In a casket, you can't see legs. Dressed in a pink and white nightie. Doesn't she look pretty, everyone said. Consummation at last. Consummation, in a specific sense, is when two people get married and have sex. That makes the marriage fully legal. I don't know if that's legally true, but that's the idea. To every woman, a happy ending. And this, of course, is a very happy ending to the story that people were programming in her from the day she was born. Be pretty, be quiet, perfect. Dead in a coffin with a perfect nose. Sick. It's sad, right? It's sad. Now, this is 1973. Wouldn't it be great if here we were in 2021 saying, oh man, that was awful back then. It's of course only gotten worse. And most of you pointed out in your discussion board posts that social media has just dialed it up immensely. And you know that from your own experiences. Some of you shared that in the discussion board posts. You know that from what you see. And guess what? Instagram and Facebook did a whole study on it and then decided to do nothing about it. Right? But even psychological scientific studies tell us how bad social media is, particularly for girls, And I'm on social media enough, too much probably, and I see it all the time. I see a friend of mine, a woman, post a picture of her daughter, and the first thing other women write, oh, she's so cute, so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful, on down the comments, right? That just doesn't happen with men. It just doesn't happen. A guy puts up a picture of a fish he caught. Somebody writes, nice fish. Right? So social media is really insidious the way it gets into and damages young women. And of course, Barbie is a plastic doll of this gigantic breasts and skinny waist and impossibly blonde hair. And this is some sort of beauty ideal. But it's gone way beyond that, right? Magazine covers have what our culture would consider beautiful women, and then they're photoshopped. So talk about unrealistic. Not only are they the women selected as highlighting the cultural standard of modern beauty, but then they're even enhanced, changed with the computer. So they don't even look like that. And all of this is very, very damaging, but we can sit around all day and go, this is bad, this is bad. What do we do about it? I don't know. Right. So if everybody knows this is a problem, why does it continue? If everybody knows it's a problem, why does it continue? What else, what can we replace this with, right? Health, fitness, intelligence, I don't know, but it's so overvalued, and it's just something made up, what someone should look like, cultural standards of beauty. So, and I guess maybe it happens in 1 million or 300 million ways in America. Each person needs to decide to stop valuing looks, right? maybe every woman and men, some men, just need to stop wearing makeup, right? The makeup industry is disgusting. And that stuff gets absorbed into your skin, into your bloodstream, right? The average woman, pounds of makeup every year get absorbed into the body and get filtered out with the kidneys and the liver, etc., etc. What if every woman stopped wearing makeup, right? That would be a good start. And what if we started valuing fitness, right? What if we started valuing physical fitness, things that make us healthier, not things that make, I don't know. I wish I knew the answer. But you all got this poem, sadly. You understand what I'm saying? Sadly, you all understood this poem like that because it's so real, and even more relevant than it was in 1973. I don't think I'll live long enough to have to explain this poem to students because they'll be like, what? That's crazy. Who would ever do that to young women in society? For now, sorry. Fight in an individual battle. If you have a daughter, raise her strong. A niece, nephew, don't value beauty. We just have to stop. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just getting depressed over it at this point. So that's it. There's Barbie doll. Extraordinary job on the discussion board posts, and we'll see her on the internet.